From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Russ Riesinger. We begin with the latest on the COVID vaccine front. Nursing home residents and frontline workers at hospitals across the country receiving those COVID-19 vaccinations. We showed you workers beginning to get those shots yesterday here in Billings. This as cases of the virus continue to rise at alarming rates across the country. Well, a panel of experts is expected to vote tomorrow to recommend a second vaccine for approval. Elise Preston reports from New York.
Vulnerable nursing home residents in Florida have started to receive Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine.
Our residents of long-term care facilities are more susceptible to negative outcomes.
Frontline workers from coast to coast continued to get their first doses of the vaccine.
How's that?
Didn't even feel it.
A shot in the arm, top health experts say, offers relief in the battle against the virus.
We hope the overwhelming percentage of the population will accept the vaccine. If we do that, we will get a veil or an umbrella of herd immunity over the population.
Vice President Mike Pence, Second Lady Karen Pence, and Surgeon General Jerome Adams are set to receive the vaccine publicly at the White House Friday. And President-elect Joe Biden is expected to get it as early as next week. And there is new promise for a second coronavirus vaccine. An FDA advisory panel has confirmed the safety and efficacy of one produced by Moderna, which could be approved for emergency use as early as Friday. As the rollout continues, hospitals here in the Northeast scramble to get shipments of Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine ahead of today's major winter storm. These healthcare workers at Elmhurst Hospital in New York City rolled up their sleeves and tried to build confidence in the vaccine.
You have to do your own research and everybody has to make their own decisions, but not to be afraid of the vaccine.
In Central and Southern California, nearly 90% of ICU beds are full. Governor Gavin Newsom is putting more mobile morgues on standby and sending another 5,000 body bags to hotspots around the state. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Well, Alaska state health officials have confirmed that a health worker there suffered an allergic reaction to Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine yesterday. The drug maker says it is looking into that claim. Also today, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say they are close to an agreement on a $900 billion COVID relief package. That bill would most likely include another round of direct payments believed to be worth around $600 a person, half of what Americans received with the first stimulus checks. The committee that recommends rules for the 2021 Montana legislature met today to hammer out its plans for how the session will meet during the COVID-19 pandemic. Majority Republicans rejected all proposals from Democrats to require public health guidelines during the session. Instead, Republicans voted to create a GOP-controlled leadership response panel that will have the power to react to any COVID-19 crises during the session. The session is scheduled to convene in person at the Capitol on January 4th. This panel can restrict access to the Capitol if necessary, but it cannot require lawmakers to get COVID-19 test or vaccine. Now, earlier today, dozens of Montanans testified before the committee and urged lawmakers not to meet in person in Helena or to agree to wear masks and follow other public health guidelines to slow the spread of the virus. But on party line votes, Republicans rejected Democratic proposals to require masks in the Capitol or hold the session remotely or delay it. Republican State Senator Jason Ellsworth of Hamilton said members will get sick and it's possible they could die. But he says that could happen even if the legislature doesn't meet in Helena, and lawmakers need to get to work on people's business. The rules endorsed on Wednesday will be approved by the full legislature when it convenes next month. Well, since frontline healthcare workers across the state started getting the COVID-19 vaccine yesterday, health authorities report that another 10 Montanans have died due to the virus. 7 of the victims are from Flathead County. In Yellowstone, Lewis and Clark, and Ravalli counties each reported 1 death today. Also today, the total number of confirmed cases across Montana has now surpassed 75,000. Billings school students identified as contacts of someone who tests positive for COVID-19 will spend less time in quarantine. Instead of a 14-day period, students will be able to return to class after 10 days. However, some of those students in extracurricular activities such as athletics, band, or chorus must stay out the full 2 weeks. As health officials say, this is still the safest time frame to reduce the risk of spreading the virus.
So that means students involved with sports will be able to attend the practice, but they will not be able to participate until day 15. Students that are involved with band, especially horn instruments, anything that requires, a lot of that would create droplets, additional droplets that go out. We're going to hold those students in they're not able to participate until day 15, but they will be able to attend.
The district is considering releasing staff members from quarantine after 7 days who've shown no signs and have tested negative, but that is still under discussion. Billings police are asking for help to locate a driver who seriously injured a pedestrian and left the scene. The vehicle was damaged on the front driver's side and left car parts where the impact happened about 2 weeks ago. Officers followed a trail of radiator fluid and believe the vehicle traveled west on Central Avenue to 32nd Street, then to Gable Road, onto Zoo Drive, and across the interstate to Elysian Road. Police want to hear from mechanics who might be able to recognize what car those parts were from, and also from residents who might have surveillance cameras. If you've got any information, you're asked to call police. The Northern Cheyenne tribe has filed a lawsuit to force the Bureau of Indian Affairs to approve a $1.2 million grant to improve law enforcement on the reservation. That suit alleges the BIA improperly delayed the tribe's application to fund an 8-member police force run by the tribe. The BIA currently employs 6 officers on the reservation, but tribal officials say they are paying the price with rises in violent crime and unlawful drug use. According to court documents, the BIA responded at least twice to the application. Tribal officials say they responded to those requests, but delays from the BIA caused them to miss the November 12th deadline to submit the full application. All right, turning to Chief Forecaster Bob McGuire. Bob, we're looking into the near future, and that, of course, begs the question, will there be snow on the ground for Christmas?
Will there be a white Christmas? That's what people are asking me. And so what we thought we'd do is show you something from the Billings National Weather Service, and it's important to know what their definition is of a white Christmas. And it's over there down in the lower left-hand corner. It says, what is a white Christmas? Well, when at least 1 inch of snow is on the ground at 5 a.m. That's when they measure it. That's when the officials actually find. That's when they actually find out if we have any snow, and they measure that officially up at the airport. And so if you have some snow, and like here in 2017, they actually got a lot of snow, but it happened too late in the day. I think on 2018, the last time we had a white Christmas was 2017. Then on 2018, we had 2.2 inches of snow, but that wasn't considered a white Christmas because it fell very late at night. It just didn't happen in time, and so it didn't meet their definition. So alas, it's a 49% chance of us having a white Christmas, 51% would be kind of a brown Christmas. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. As we move closer to the holidays, mail carriers are expecting a big increase in deliveries. We sent Q2's Shaquille Cozart out to the Pioneer Post office today to see just how many packages need to get under the tree before the holiday.
Well, with the COVID-19 pandemic causing more people to shop online this year, the United States Postal Service is experiencing a higher volume in package deliveries. Here at Pioneer Station behind me on 15th Street, they're experiencing just that. Post Office station manager said that the 2020 election contributed to a rise in mail earlier this year. But now, due to holiday shopping, the post office has already seen a 20% increase in package volume since December of 2019.
I think all the carriers in this particular building had almost 160, if not 170 parcels. So that's bigger packages. Smaller packages were close to 200. So each of them had about anywhere from 300 to 400 scans on them or in their vehicle on Monday alone. So that kind of shows you what they're dealing with every day.
One city carrier who's been working with USPS for a little over 2 years now says this year has definitely been different.
Monday was really bad with COVID and everything, just a lot more packages. People don't want to really go to stores, so doing that online shopping.
Station manager Sobere says that due to the volume of packages this year, people should plan to have their gifts ready for shipment no later than Monday for priority mail to ensure they arrive to their destination in time for the holidays. Reporting in Billings, I'm Shaquille Cozart with MTN News.
Thanks, Shaquille. And Sobere says for people who are looking for a no-contact delivery option, they can log on to the USPS website, have package materials sent to their door, print out their shipping labels, and a carrier can pick up and ship their package. Still ahead on the MTN 10 o'clock news here on Q2. Beef is for the holidays. We got some advice when preparing this year's holiday meals in tonight's Montana Egg Report. And then a little later in sports, from a hard-hitting defense to a high-powered offense, we continue looking back on the Montana Grizzlies' run to the national championship 25 years ago.